Billionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.
Under the Fair Use Act, these videos are for information and educational purposes, and I do not own the rights to any of these videos that are shown. All rights reserved to the original content creators.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Matter of fact, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me right now. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. Today. So, the highlight of the video is going to be this TikToker named Sprague. I hope I'm saying her name right. This woman is a beast, bruh. I'm going to say that much. She goes into this, she literally exposes, ruins this girl, Jourdin Pauline's career. Her career is over on the internet. It's a wrap. She might as well start looking for a new job. Now, I'm not going to go into everything she exposed, because she exposed more than this Talil situation. But she breaks this thing down, so I had to play it. She breaks it down to the T, bro. And I just want to play the portion where she goes in on details on this whole Talil and Jourdin Pauline, accusation. But I'm going to tell you this, like I said yesterday, when it comes to that whole situation, this ain't going to court. I'm going to say that much. It's no way, bro. I mean, it was obvious. And this is before I even seen this girl break this shit down. I'm going to tell you this. She's good at what she does. So before we get into that video, right, I'm going to tap in with RJ Talks TV. He goes into this whole thing on Gavin Newsom. I believe possibly on the hook for like $76 billion. We'll tap in with him. He'll give us details on that. Then we're going to tap in with a short video of a 5-hour plus video that Hunter Biden did with Shawn Ryan on his show. And if you want to see that whole video, go to Shawn Ryan on YouTube and check out that video. But we're just going to play this small portion of Hunter Biden and his views on Epstein and how he feels about Trump. Well, we know how he feels about Trump, but we're going to see what he says about this whole Epstein debacle and that whole situation, man. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Brand new report alleging Gavin Newsom is on the hook for $76.5 billion in fraudulent spending, all overseen by Gavin Newsom, by the governor himself. The state auditor's office coming out and saying this is worse than they could have imagined, more than the state's entire annual deficit. This report, published last week, making Minnesota look like child's play, and it's just the beginning.
California Congressman N.G.L.A, he is sounding the alarm in his home state, saying under Governor Gavin Newsom's leadership, it has become the, quote, fraud capital of America.
And we have team coverage. Our national correspondent, Alana Austin, is on Capitol Hill with more on the investigations into Tim Walz.
Yo, real quick, though, side note, on this situation, sort of, I seen this video, and it made a lot of sense, right? When it comes to illegal immigration, specifically in California. I seen a video where this lady broke down how basically a lot of people was fleeing California, and so if people aren't in California and they're leaving, obviously California isn't doing too well, and that was one of a few big reasons why they was pushing for illegal immigration and immigrants coming into the country, and it was settling a lot of them in California. I just wanted to say that real quick.
But we start with correspondent Heather Myers, who has more on what is going on in California. A rainy day out there on the West Coast. Heather, what can you tell us?
Well, good afternoon to you, Katrina and Andrew. This latest report was issued by the state auditor, and that's a nonpartisan position. That state auditor now puts 8 state agencies on the high-risk list of agencies to watch out for things like fraud and mismanagement as well as waste.
In a brand new 92-page report published by the California State Auditor, an independent, nonpartisan entity, mind you, coming out publicly and officially naming the governor, Gavin Newsom, and 8 of his state agencies high risk. Publishing this report finding Newsom has overseen over $76 billion in lost or stolen taxpayer funds, and that Newsom has, quote, upended the state's financial structure, compromised public safety, and left the state's infrastructure in far worse condition than when he came into office.
Hold on, they said $76 billion in lost or stolen money. Yeah, bruh.
Name dropping the governor himself. This auditor didn't pull any punches. And let's not forget, this is the same state that gave $1 billion to prison inmates by mistake and never got it back. Yes, that really happened. This brand new report from the state auditor issuing what he's calling a dire warning that the state's now almost $1.4 trillion in debt, expected to have a $40 billion deficit this year, meaning the state of California spends more than it makes, $40 billion a year more than it makes, even though it's the highest tax state in the entire country. State income taxes alone in California are around 14%. Let's just think about that for a minute. Florida has 0 state income tax. California, 14% personal income tax. Yet Florida somehow runs an annual surplus, meaning the state of Florida makes more each year than it takes to run the state, to mow the grass, maintain public infrastructure, pay their state employees, police, firemen, etc. How in the world does Florida do it with 0 income tax? Because clearly it's a well-run state with minimal waste in spending. And here's the key part: almost no fraud, 0 fraud, at least according to their state auditor. Meanwhile, California takes 14% of your income on top of your federal taxes, and they can't keep the lights on.
So just think about that, though. Just think about that. A state that has no state taxes compared to California, who was taxing the shit out of everybody. And this is going on in a lot of states, bro. It's horrible leadership. And listen, bro, this stuff been going on before Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is just the newest player in the game. That's it. The government is so corrupt. That's why I don't like the government. That's why I don't fuck with the government. It's just one big scandal. This is why for decades, probably since its inception, to be honest with you, it's been nothing but scandals and individual people taking advantage of their position and their power. And this is why they are going so hard on maintaining power. This is why they're on demon time right now when it comes to Trump. And they're willing to do anything to get that power back. Because not only is Trump in power, they got the House and the Senate. And on top of all of that, he's exposing all of this corruption that's going on. Sick.
Without borrowing more money. That's how Newsom's been doing it. He's selling state bonds, borrowing money to pay for all of these crazy programs and state agencies. If he was a business owner, he'd be bankrupt, literally bankrupt, and probably in prison because he's now overseen $76 billion plus of fraudulent spending.
Here's a look at that 92-page report. Newly added to the high-risk list is California's food stamp program. If the state doesn't get the improper payments under control, it could cost an extra $2.5 billion. Also on there is the Department of Finance, which was tasked with giving out COVID relief funds. Critics say $32 billion of that was taken by fraudsters. Then there are infrastructure issues like California's deteriorating dams and also the high-speed train that's already cost taxpayers $18 billion without a single section of track complete. Other reports cite $24 billion spent on the homeless issue that critics claim the state lost track of. More recently, there's a report that says California's cell cell phone users paid a surcharge for years to upgrade the state's 911 system. Here's Congressman Kevin Kiley talking about what happened to that plan.
That after spending $650 million on that system, the state is totally scrapping it and starting over, completely wasted the money because the technology doesn't work. Mind you, we are very close to Silicon Valley in Sacramento,
right?
and yet the government can't figure out how to make basic technology perform.
Take a look at this. The state auditor flagging 8 agencies for massive waste and fraud, $32 billion in unemployment fraud. That includes that billion that was sent to those prison inmates, $24 billion lost on homelessness, $18 billion for his high-speed rail, which, by the way, laid virtually no track at all, and billions more in food stamp fraud, dams, and 911 upgrades. Then the auditor's brand new...
Yo, this just sounds to me, right? When I hear all of this stuff that's going on, all this corruption, even though before people really started getting specific information on a lot of this stuff, people already innately knew the truth about a lot of these politicians, bro. They all just sleaze bags, for real. And the fact of the matter is, California is ruined right now. Like, California is terrible. It's bad. I don't know why anybody wants to live there. I mean, I guess it's the Hollywood hub or whatever, streamer world, maybe. I don't see it though. I'm not moving to California. It's too expensive. Everything is out of control there. There's no, they're just robbing the shit out of people. And this is, when I hear stuff like this though, I just think in my mind, like, these people are purposefully doing this. This is not by accident, bro. This is just not like people fucking up a couple dollars. We talking about every single project that a lot of these people are claiming that it's going to help, whatever the cause is. They're not using it for that. And if they are, they're using a small fraction of the monies that's going out to these so-called projects. And California is the headquarters of fraud, waste, and abuse of government power in California, bro. Shit is crazy, man. You could look at Gavin Newsom, though, and tell this dude does nothing good. He just looks like a demon.
Updated assessment of issues and agencies that pose a high risk to the state. The report, by the way, pointing out to assign the high-risk designation to an agency, they must be negligible of waste, fraud, abuse, or mismanagement that may result in serious detriment to the state or its residents. The California Department of Social Services, they say, significant overpayment fraud costing $2.5 billion annually at this rate. The Employment Development Department, whatever that is. Also, they're saying high risk, a high-risk agency. The auditor warning this department continues to struggle with improper payments and has inadequate fraud prevention, leading to billions in benefit payments that were fraudulent. The Department of Finance, the State Controller's Office, the Department of Healthcare Services, the Department of Technology, all high-risk agencies in 2025 involved in mass fraudulent.
You see this is why I say government is entirely too large. Do you see all of these agencies and departments that's within California? This is just in California. Bro, too much money going to all of these projects, bro, because that's all it is, a project. But it's really just another scheme. It's just another thing that they get some attorneys or whoever to write up some fake operating agreement on this whole ordeal that's supposed to help a specific group of people, and it does nothing every time. Like, that's why they said when they started auditing the government, they have literally failed every single audit since they started auditing. And they just started auditing, I believe it was 8 years ago. So it goes to show you that the leadership isn't working. And you need to have a certain set of skills in order to be in these positions, bro. I believe a lot of people who should be running the government are businessmen and businesswomen. Just being honest, because it takes a person to know business, to know about who would work good in certain departments, and it's got to be ran like a business. Because America is a business, bro. Every government is a business.
And wasteful spending, and there's more. None of these departments, by the way, in my opinion, should even exist. Florida doesn't have a Department of Technology. Wyoming doesn't have these kind of problems or these departments. The auditor also warning that the state's water project has gone from bad to untenable, writing, in the last 3 years, 49 dams throughout California are rated as posing extremely high hazard to life and property and will lead to a decrease in water delivery by as much as 23%, posing extremely high hazard to life and property. All of this on top of the billions that disappeared for Newsom's homelessness prevention program,
of where billions of California tax dollars intended to solve homelessness ended up. California has spent more than $24 billion over the last 5 years with little to no progress in solving our homelessness epidemic. California state officials failed to provide meaningful oversight over the individuals who received most of these funds, and they had little to no answers to the public's demand for accountability. Well, that accountability starts today. Today, we are announcing significant developments into our investigation. We're making public 2 criminal cases relating to 2 separate real estate developers who were involved in misappropriating millions of state funds intended to combat homelessness. This morning, federal agents arrested Cody Holmes, a 31-year-old Beverly Hills resident and the former CFO of Shangri-La Industries, a downtown LA-based developer of affordable housing, for defrauding the Home Key program that is administered by the state of California. The program awarded grant money, which included federal tax dollars, for specific projects to convert motels into housing for the homeless and to operate the units. By April of 2022, Shangri-La Industries, where Holmes was the CFO, had co-applied with multiple California cities to convert numerous properties in California, including a location in Thousand Oaks. The state asked for proof that the company had the financial capacity to build all the projects. In response, Holmes and Shangri-La knowingly submitted fake bank statements which claimed to show that developer had about $160 million on deposit.
That's crazy.
Not only were the bank statements fake, our investigation shows that Shangri-La and its affiliates had nowhere near the amount of money they claimed they had in the fake bank statements.
And this is the guy that's leading in the polls to be the Democratic Party's 2028 presidential nominee.
And that's the scary part. If that motherfucker become the president, we're all the way screwed, bro. God damn. Yo, they be letting anybody into politics, and a lot of them, I say most of them, all they do is just lie on a daily basis, bro. Especially these Democrats. And, you know, it sounds biased, whatever. I don't care. These people are super corrupt, like super corrupt. And you see it. And the thing is, it's out in the open. It's not even nothing they hide. They already showed their hands plenty of times on many issues, and you know where they stand. These people do not care about you whatsoever. At least at the bare minimum, if you take all the Epstein stuff out and you take into to consideration that Trump came into a situation where Biden pretty much like ruined the country in every category that you could think of, the fact that not basically a year in now, going on a year, basically a year in, Trump has got inflation down to 2.7%. Like pretty much every mark that, you know, the so-called experts predicted that it would be at, Trump surpassed. So, you know, whether you want to believe that or not, totally up to you, but things are getting better, bro. It's getting better. And that's the only thing that we pretty much got to look forward to, because these people, I can't even imagine what things would be, how things would be right now if Kamala Harris would have won the election. Like, I can't even imagine it, bro. Like, it's actually, I don't want to think about it. I'm happy I don't have to think about it, because these people are literally ruining the country on behalf of foreign countries, bro. That's the only way that you could put it, because it's no way you could claim to be, an American and that you love America and do the things that Joe Biden and his administration was doing. And the thing is, I told you to go check out this movie on YouTube called The Trump Card, and it's a lot of if you love politics, if you like politics, and you're into politics, a good uh movie to watch, a good watch, and you should watch it because there's a lot of good information in there. And I learned a lot about Biden and his family, and even before Joe Biden became super senile and got dementia, he was super corrupt and racist, but super corrupt, and his family. And speaking of his family, let's get into this Hunter Biden and on the Shawn Ryan show segment and see what he got to say about Trump and this whole Epstein thing.
It's in the fucking Epstein files, man.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we're not getting them. And it's like, what are we even talking about?
Yeah.
Susie Wiles came out today in a Vanity Fair article. Have you read that?
No.
It says that his chief of staff said that he acts like an alcoholic, and that of course he's in the Epstein files, and that Pam Bondi completely screwed this thing up and totally screwed them all. That's his sitting chief of staff on the record in Vanity Fair that came out today. And what are we supposed to be distracted by? We're supposed to be distracted by the absolute ugliness of someone taking the barbaric murder of a beloved liberal. He's a beloved liberal, but he made the movies of that made my generation. A Few Good Men, Misery, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally. My God, just as an artist alone, Jesus God, let's give the guy the reverence that he's due for gifting humanity The Princess Bride as a movie. And he says that basically he was murdered because he was infected by Trump derangement syndrome.
The Epstein files.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this shit for I don't know how many fucking years now. And Trump was a big part of that. And the Republican Party was a big part of that. Well, now we got the fucking presidency, we got the House, and we got the fucking Senate. And we still have zero Epstein files. I sat right across from the fucking current director of the FBI and listened to him spew lie after fucking lie after fucking lie to me, not even realizing he was going to get director of the FBI while he's sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
But he did fucking get it, and he told us all what he was going to do if he did get it. I don't see anything. I don't see any differences.
Why did Joe Biden not demand the release of the Epstein files if it was such a big deal to Democrats?
I don't know.
The same reason that Joe Biden didn't demand that they drop the prosecution of me, because he didn't involve himself with the Department of Justice.
Hey, I give it to him, man. Listen, Shawn Ryan gave him a platform to spew this bullshit. Now, on one hand, I can agree with Shawn Ryan as far as Cash Patel goes. I ain't see shit. I seen the podcast he was on, and he was talking about how they was going to tear down the Hoover building, and they was going to, do all of these changes. Okay, and then all the conspiracy theories surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination, just so much, bro. So I can run with that. That Cash Patel has been lying, ain't been truthful, and there's some shit going on. And I can even get with, that they took Trump out of the Epstein files. But then there's another part of me that's like, come on, bro. Joe Biden, I watched Joe Biden. I seen Joe Biden say, basically putting the heat on the DOJ during his administration about going after Donald Trump. Basically, why isn't the guy locked up yet? Type of thing. The same type of stuff that Trump does. They try to separate it like it's different, bro. Listen, bro, these are human beings, period. I'm never going to claim Trump as a perfect. I've heard Trump out of his own mouth even say that, I don't think I'm making it to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump knows he done did bullshit in his life. That's not like hard to believe whatsoever. But when it comes to this, just specifically on this Epstein thing, they would have came out with this under Joe Biden's administration. You're not going to sit here and tell me Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Obama, Hillary Clinton, the Democratic Party has the smoking gun with Trump, Epstein, little girls. Come on, bro. I cannot run with that. Now, I seen a short of a guy who interviewed somebody that's on the committee of doing like the research on what needs to be redacted and all that and putting out the Epstein files. He is a Democrat. He said out of his mouth that he said it like there's some there. Like, that's what he said. And he was basically saying that Trump is in the files and there's something to it. Now, my thing is, where is it at? It's Democrats on this committee. They're all beasting. We all seen that the Democratic judges blocked the Epstein files from being released. So it's just so much surrounding this whole Epstein thing. We don't know what to believe. We see pictures, a bunch of redacted files, a bunch of, speculations. When at the end of the day, I've been saying I don't think anything is ever going to come out of this. It's just a big spectacle. They might get Bill and Hillary Clinton to testify, who knows? But it's just a spectacle. That's all it is. I'm just saying, it's just hard for me to believe that Joe Biden's administration, knowing how long and how much they went after Donald Trump, that the one thing that would have ruined Donald Trump, knowing, like, having actual proof, factual information that Donald Trump had, like, something to do with Jeffrey Epstein and his whole, sex ring operation thing that he had going on. Come on. I can't, that's just hard to believe.
Because as every other president before him, other than Richard Nixon, who resigned because of it, he didn't direct the Department of Justice to do one thing or another.
Lies.
Why didn't Merrick Garland do it? Guess as good as mine. I don't know.
It's all excuses.
But I will tell you this, is that now we're here after we have an FBI.
See, that's the thing. They want you to focus on, now Trump is here. So what about now? Why isn't Trump doing this and why isn't Trump doing that? I mean, the man is doing a lot of shit, bro. And I'm not even trying to, like, just back Trump. Even though I be backing him, I fuck with Trump, I voted for Trump. But my shit is strictly policy-based. It's about, like, getting the economy back to being affordable again. Like, that's the things I care about. You know what I mean? Even though these victims in this whole Epstein case deserve, people going to jail, to be honest with you. People need to go to jail for this. And if Trump is truly involved, he should be accountable too. Whether that's going to jail, whatever the case may be. Because I can't get with that. I just can't. When it comes to kids, I can't get with that. So if it comes out and there's actual proof and evidence that Donald Trump, I can't fuck with you. I can't, But we just haven't seen it. And we all we see is them trying to show you little trick photos and, I just seen something the other day where it was like this so-called letter that was written to, I think it was written from Jeffrey Epstein to somebody from when he was in jail. Come to find out it's a fake letter that in one of the pieces of information of why they knew it was fake and it's a fake is because when you write from jail, you have to put your prison number and all of that, which is true. I've been in prison. I wrote letters from prison. In order for mail to go out, you have to have your full name, the whole, the address, and you have to have your inmate number. That's a fact. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All you see is just a bunch of bullshit surrounding Trump with the Epstein files. I just haven't yet to see anything that's like, oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm not really too into this Jeffrey Epstein thing. I play it because it seems like everybody cares about it so much. But for the most part, it just seems like a lot of bullshit.
FBI director, a deputy FBI director, a attorney general, and several other people that are in his cabinet, and the president himself, who largely got elected through the energy of the people that wanted to have, for absolutely the right reasons, these files released, regardless of whose names were in it.
Yo, I would say 10% of people who voted for Donald Trump cared about the Epstein files. Everybody else voted for Trump strictly because when Trump was in office, they had money in their pockets. Bro, people care about money. They care about taking care of their families. Like, bro, it's a small amount of people who actually care about the Epstein files. And even Democrats who claim to care, who's out here, they don't care. That's why for 4 years under Joe Biden, none of them talked about the Epstein files. None of them. Even these Democrat podcasters and streamers and stuff like that who are into the politic world, none of them were even talking about the Epstein files. Like, it's bullshit. I call Cat.
And they haven't released it, and they fought it tooth and nail. And then they had to get legislation, and then they passed the legislation, and he said, don't sign it or don't vote for it. And then he said, go ahead and vote for it. And then we have reports that there's, 100 FBI agents that spent thousands and thousands of hours of scrubbing his name from the files.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah. And now we can't trust anything that's going to come out. Yeah. And who fucking loses?
Yo, why is this?
The children.
Yo, why is Shawn Ryan making this dude, this crackhead, like, it seemed like he's like moral. Like like he's the moral standard. Like, what? Yo, Shawn Ryan tripping. I don't know. Maybe it's a trick play. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was a long interview. So it's probably a lot more to it, but I don't know, man. He trying to make this nigga sound like
it's not like it's an insignificant thing in any way. And they talk about these, these young women. They weren't young women. Fucking 14-year-olds. Kids, hundreds of them. Entire networks that they developed.
What do you think that was?
What do I think that was?
What do you think this whole Epstein debacle was? Do you think this was
I don't even fucking know at this point. And I really mean it. It's like, I will tell you, is that the only thing that is clear to me is this. Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, during a period of his life, were fucking thick as thieves. And Donald Trump has tried to pass this off as being what Palm Beach was in the 90s. Okay? And that may be his view of it. But I've seen enough evidence of Donald Trump and his teen modeling agencies and what he said on Howard Stern about how he would go into the back of these, Miss Teen USA pageants and, walk up to the girls naked. They were talking about girls when he's talking about doing that. And wonder whether or not Donald Trump, in his mind, has come up with this concoction that it was all just what they did in the 90s. It was models. I mean, that's what Michael Wolff says. Michael Wolff says that the justification in Trump's mind is that they were models.
Wow.
They're 14, 15 years old. I mean, we have a president that has been credibly accused by well over a dozen and a half women, if not more, of sexual assault. And we're wondering whether or not, as he fights tooth and nail for the Epstein files that all of his supporters demanded be released, so they...
I ain't gonna lie, I can't get jiggy with this. This dude is a known liar. He's a known crackhead. And he just be lying. And the fact that Shawn Ryan gives this dude a platform, this is my thing. That's not even a terrible thing. Cool, fine. But to not push back on things that he's saying is crazy. Now, maybe Shawn Ryan feels some type of way about Trump and his administration right now. I don't know. But it just sounds like you're giving this dude this, this superiority to just, trash Trump as if, like, Joe Biden's administration didn't just have 4 years to release these files, and they did nothing but make up fake excuses. All of them had choke artist answers when asked these questions. And then on top of that, when you look into things that he just said, for instance, like been accused. The only person I know that he's been, I know it was two people, and I've looked into both of them. The girl, the lady, fucking, what's her name? I always forget her name, man. Fuck. What is her name? Jean Carroll. Straight nutbag. I didn't already play her on the channel. I don't believe it. I'm just sorry. I just don't. You know what I'm saying, bro? Women, listen, bro, and this is no disrespect to women, saying that women, but we know for a fact that it is, look at what's going on with Talib. We're about to get into that. Look at what's going on with him. A chick looking for clout, mad that a nigga smashed for nothing, went online and tried to say this man committed essay. So, listen, women accusing you of that, especially when you're filthy rich, when you're a celebrity, when you got money, when you can just, pay them a little quick little million to just shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of your life. It's not really hard to believe that women would come out and accuse, somebody of Trump stature for, listen, I'm not saying that I don't know. I really don't know. And he doesn't know. But to get on here and try to act like, you know what I mean? When we done seen his dad sniffing young kids, we seen it. We seen his dad sniffing children, sniffing their fucking hair, rubbing on them. Like them talking about not his daughter, not, because you could be a little affectionate with your daughter when they're younger. But, listen, bro. This dude is a creep. His dad is a creep. You know what I mean? He knows his fucking dad is a creep. You know what I mean? His sister had a diary saying that Joe Biden was taking showers with her when she was a teenager. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I call bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, on to the next.
All right, Jourdin, let's clock some more tea. So you got dropped off in your Uber at 8:40 a.m. Uber was a black truck, by the way, not a Toyota. He did order a Toyota. She went downstairs, saw it was a Toyota, then came upstairs, banged on the door, said, I demand a black truck. Do I look like a Toyota type of hoe?
Hey, yo, real quick. I just got to give props to this girl. Her name is Sprague on TikTok. Go give her a follow. Listen, she's probably on all platforms. She's a beast. You got to really, the way she breaks this shit down, I got to give it to her, bro. She's a master. She's a master detective. Like this chick, the shit that she did and how she did it is fabulous. I'm not even going to lie. And this video should show all people who get online, styling, fronting, lying about what they do and all this shit. There's people out here like her who will ruin your whole shit quickly too. Because she was doing this. I'm talking about, bro, just watch this shit. This shit is crazy.
Do I look like a trailer park asshole? Then at some point the same exact day, you texted Tylil saying, what are you doing? No timestamp on that. It's cut off, so I don't know what time that was. After he ignored your what are you doing text, you decided to double text him a question mark, which in the screenshot says 9:38 p.m. Mind you, this is Tylil's screenshot, who was in New York at the time, which means at Jourdin's time, it is 6:38. Then she triple texted her abuser saying, I don't know if you texted me or not, but my phone is clipped. I can't see or do anything. And there is no timestamp on that text. Once again, he did not reply. Then you quadruple texted him on December 8th at 12:01 p.m. according to Tylil's screenshot that is taken from New York time zone, which means in LA time zone where Jourdin is, it was 9:01 in the morning. 18 minutes later, you sent a Zelle request to Tylil James for $2,000 with the memo saying for playing with me. Now you said in your live that you requested this money for the phone. One, no phone is $2,000, especially not to just fix it. You don't even have the iPhone 17, babe. Still haven't seen a picture of that phone or any evidence to prove her case besides a call log. Two, why would you put the memo as for playing with me if it was for your phone? What does him playing with you have to do with your phone?
$2,000? What the fuck cost $2,000? Not this motherfucking cat.
Yeah, it was free, by the way.
My motherfucking phone that he fucking broke with 2 terabytes on it, with all my music on it, all my pictures on it, all my content on it.
Doesn't cost $2K to fix a phone, babe.
That's why niggas requested $2,000.
That's more than a brand new phone.
For playing with me.
For playing with me?
For trying to set me up and blackmail me. For being
So you're blackmailing him back or what?
And premeditated.
But you requested the money before he blackmailed you. So you requested the money because he blackmailed you, even though you sent him the Zelle request on December 8th, even though on your live stream, on your first live stream exposing Tylil on December 10th, you showed the call log and said, I wasn't even going to tell anybody until I got blackmailed yesterday. Yesterday being December 9th. You sent the Zelle request on December 8th.
Hey, yo, real quick, bro. She goes into every single... I'm talking about the smallest details. This chick... I'm talking about... Yo, Jesus. Don't beef with her, dog. I don't want no problems with this chick. I give none but problems to her. Hey, yo, real quick. What I think happened, to be honest with you, is Tylil, I think, honestly, dog, I think she'd be selling the cat. Because, like, after I'm giving you this real quick because I watched this, right? And I'm not even playing the whole thing, but I watched this. But I just want to give you my evaluation on what I think really happened. Like, obviously we know she lied and all that stuff, and she's gonna break all that down for the entertainment. Cool. I think that this girl might just be a whore. I think she might be an escort. You know what I'm saying? That's how she make her money. I think Tylil agreed probably at some point in the party that he would pay for the cat. Didn't pay for the cat. Ended up getting it for the free ski. And she got mad. You know what I'm saying? Or it was just as simple as, you know what I mean? She was feeling the nigga. Gave him the cat. And, you know what I mean? She knew she wasn't going to get nothing out of it. He had a girl. He had a girl. You know what I'm saying? So... But I really think, dog, because remember, I seen somebody do something on, somebody was exposing, who was that? Was that Sweetie? But somebody was exposing how a lot of these, singers and artists and stuff like that be going to Dubai and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they be getting busy. They be doing some freaky things for some change. You know what I'm saying? And, I could see that with this girl, just like based on, like, because I already knew without seeing her and her breaking this whole thing down, right, the way she did in spectacular fashion, I knew that she was lying. You could tell. And anybody who just keeps saying stuff like, on God and, oh, I swear to God that I ain't even do this, and, oh, you think this cat were like, everything is just like, superficial with her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she's saying stuff like she wants you to believe her. Like, yo, she's a habitual liar. This girl is crazy. Demon time. Jezebel. Get out of here.
Another lie. It was for the phone though, right? You weren't trying to extort him. You weren't trying to bribe him to pay you so you didn't tell his girlfriend what y'all did. Or so you wouldn't tell the internet that he's a cheater. To extort someone means to illegally force them to give you money or services using threats. You saw he wasn't sending that money and you send him a Jocelyn Hernandez meme saying, me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
Yo, look, that's why I think, my bad. I'm gonna let it play after this. Yo, I think that she, charged $2,000 for the cat. You know what I'm saying? Because like she said, it doesn't make sense, $2,000 for the phone. Like, come on, the phone don't even cost that much. And she's saying she don't even got a 17. Like, me, I got a 17. She don't got a 17. Cool. I mean, anyway, I think that he agreed at some point to pay for the cat and ended up hitting her with the trickaroo after he done busted nut. And that's why she beasting to get the 2,000 and saying, stop playing with me. Yo, stop playing with me. Send me my money, nigga. Like, you owe me $2,000 for this cat. But she ain't gonna tell you it's for the cat, though.
Jourdin, to me, that sounds like a threat. To me, that sounds like pay me Yes, that would be illegal, even if the assault actually happened. Asking somebody for money in exchange for staying silent or not exposing them is considered blackmail or extortion. The key issue is the conditional threat, not whether the accusation is true or not. What do you mean by, I'm gonna show you who I really am? Exposing, blackmail, extortion. You went on that first stream and you tried to scare Ty Lil into paying you that money because you didn't mention his name. But you wanted to expose him so bad. That's why you went live though, right? But you deleted the VOD. And you didn't think that it was gonna go this viral because you're a liar. You keep saying, I didn't think it was gonna get this big. You didn't think he was gonna be on the blogs, babe, because you didn't say his name. You didn't think anybody could get those clips. You didn't think anybody could see that VOD because you deleted it after you went live. You didn't think that anybody was gonna catch you in your lies. You didn't think anybody like me was gonna come along and piece together all your lies and contradictions, did you? You messed with the wrong victim and you lied about the wrong thing. Because as a victim myself, 15 years old, that's how I lost my virginity. I tried to tell my friends and they didn't believe me. I know how it feels not to want to speak up because nobody believes you. I really tried to believe you. And the fact that you continuously sit here and lie feels like a slap in the face to somebody who felt like a hypocrite, felt like a bad person, felt bad about myself because I couldn't get myself to believe you because of the holes in your story. So yes, I'm upset about this. Yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I'm doing too much, making detective boards. But I felt like I had to believe you because nobody believed me. And you embarrassed me. So now I gotta show you who you really are. You telling Ty Lil, I'm gonna show you who I really am. You don't got to, babe, because I'm gonna show him who you really are. I'm gonna show the world who you really are. I'm gonna show you how you really are because I think that you're literally a lunatic, that you're believing your own lies now. I guess you don't know that anything you say on stream or the internet is here forever, babe, and your digital footprint is not looking too good. And if he would have just apologized, he would have never told the world. And if he would have just apologized, you would have swept it under the rug. Verbatim, you said that.
My pussy ain't never worth no motherfucking 2 bands, and if y'all motherfuckers think that, y'all got another motherfucking thing coming. Let's go bank for bank right now.
You're right, he cracked for free, babe. Jourdin posted these now deleted screenshots. These screenshots do not have a date. They only have times, except the last screenshot does say December 8th at 1:05 p.m. And the text on December 8th at 1:05 p.m. reads, I'm trusting y'all not to go telling people about this. Therefore, the text messages previously could have been on December 8th or December 7th. Before I even start reading these screenshots, her posting these messages already gets her caught up in another lie. Her continuously lying about details is making her very uncredible. On her first stream where she exposed this creator, she said she only told one person.
Yo, this chick is a complete habitual liar. Like, she just lies about everything and anything. You can't trust nothing.
After this happened.
Stay away.
I only told one person after the night.
11 a.m. Who I text? Who I text that bitch ass nigga raped me? Who I text?
That's crazy, bro.
In a group chat.
Not only did you lie and say you only told one person, but you just...
Hey, yo, why she talking about it like this shit is just like some casual, like it's regular. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we talking about like going to the diner or something. Like, yo, this bitch is a lunatic, bro. A straight lunatic. Definition of a Jezebel.
Said you told them at 11 a.m. Matter of fact, according to your text messages right here, Ty Lil raped me at 12:51 p.m. Babe, please get your timeline straight. I was trying my best to believe you. Then she posted these screenshots of who she told, and it's a group chat because it shows their name above the message. Not only am I assuming that or knowing that based on the facts that there's a name above the message, Jourdin also said that she sent it in a group chat out of her own mouth, which is another contradicting statement to her first stream where she said she only told one person. Didn't you just say I'm trusting y'all not to go telling people? But you only told one person. Anyways, the text read, Ty Lil raped me at 12:51 p.m. Very mad as F, he stole my phone and locked me in his room. Now, if these text messages happen to be on December 7th, you texted your group chat saying Ty Lil raped me and then continued to text him saying, what are you doing? ? I don't know if you texted me or not. My phone is clipped. I can't see. So it's confusing because why would you be texting him that if you just already told your friends that he raped you, right? Her friend replies with what? Completely took advantage of me, and then on top of that, he broke my other phone. I couldn't even call a car home. Like, I'm so mad. Friend says, you was with Jabari? No? Damn, what the F? That's dead crazy. How did you get home? She said, I was, but Jabari sent me back because I forgot Tylil stole my phone. These N-words is disgusting, completely ruined my night. Y'all let me down for real. I'm not talking to nobody ever again. At 12:54 p.m. At the top of the screenshot, it says new name available. She tried to cross it off, but it looks like it says D-U-C-K or D-U-E-L. I don't know. I scrolled through her following. I can't find a name that matches. Now, the second screenshot does not have timestamps, so I can't confirm or deny if this was the same conversation exactly after, but I would assume so. The friend replied, nah, that sounds crazy. So did he put it in or no? Like, did your clothes come off? Mind you, Jourdin said out of her own mouth that her outfit was not revealing. If we take a look at her outfit is not revealing. She's not wearing a dress. She's not wearing anything easily accessible. In fact, she's wearing something really hard to take off. You are wearing leggings. You are wearing shorts over the leggings. Underwear under the leggings. You have a bra on. You have a shirt on. You have a jacket on. And you have heels on. That's a lot of layers for somebody to forcefully take off you. She says he put it in for like 2 minutes, but I was crying. I was dead ass pushing the N-word off me. Like, it was so many hoes there. I don't move like that. It was so many hoes there. I don't move like that. But you wasn't at the party though. You was at the hotel. So if it wasn't hoes there, you would have moved like that. So she says he only put it in for 2 minutes. But last night on live, she got on there saying, you're freaky as hell, mentioning his kinks, saying that he likes to suck toes, that he sucked her toes, that he licked her toes, that he ate her ass. Your abuser sucked your toes and ate.
Hey, yo, listen, bro. He graped you. He graped you, but he ate your ass. We didn't all heard, stories. We ain't never heard that. That's a new form of grape, where a chick lets you stick her toes in your mouth and let you eat her ass. Bro, this chick is a certified lunatic. And this is what you could become if you let these views, these subscribers, and these followers get to your fucking head. Because this woman did all of this strictly for clout. God damn. You can't make this up. Yo, good thing for technology, bro. This chick I'm talking about, she went to every small detail, bro. Every small detail.
Ate your ass. If I was getting abused and my abuser had my toes in his mouth, I would kick him and break his jaw. Right. But everybody reacts different, so let me give you the benefit of the doubt. You sat there, took all the layers of your clothes off, or he did. You let him sit there and eat your ass. Now let's think about it. All the different possibilities. If he was on your back, he put your legs back. He was eating that ass. You was on your back. If he was on your back, okay, put your leg up, toes in the mouth. And you said he forcefully had his whole entire body on top of you. But then in your first stream, you said you was face down and he took a video of you and you started crying, so he stopped recording you. So y'all switched positions. So he was laying down on your back, got up and went to doggy style. He said he didn't know he was recording you. He started recording you. He stopped recording you because you started crying. And the more you get on live and the more you tell your details, first you was turned around. Doggy style, you couldn't see that he was recording. Now he got his toes in your mouth. If he was in doggy style, your toes couldn't have been in his mouth. Anyways, continuing. It was so many hoes in there. I don't move like that. I'm not no effing groupie, bro. SHIT got me so mad. I'm saving myself for somebody that actually cares about me. And on top of that, he got a whole BITCH. Like, what the F? Her friend said, yeah, that's what I thought too. No BS, you should have told one of them hoes, somebody. Just to have somebody who was there. She said, I literally just wanted my phone. I'm gonna have to air him out, not gonna lie. In this third screenshot, she forgot to crop out the top of the message where it says new name available. And the end of the name, CHI. She only follows 88 people on Instagram. I scrolled through her following and found a man with the name of Demetrius Graham. Instagram handle, this is Michi, who on his page actually was at Mafiathon this year. Been on Kai's stream, and he was actually on Kai's stream multiple times. And if Michi is not this person in this group chat, I apologize. But the names match up. Now, we have a date, December 8th at 1:05 p.m. Text it. I'm trusting y'all not to go tell people about this. They responded, BB, that's not even something to go around. This is at 1:05 p.m. Now let's look at all the options. If all these texts in this group chat happen to be on December 8th, the day after this happened, when she first texted was at 12:51 noon. Last timestamp we have is 12:54. Then we have all these messages, and then we have a space. shows a new timestamp, 1:05 p.m. You are continually texting in a group chat. It does not give you a brand new timestamp unless hours have passed. Between 12:54 and 1:05 p.m. does not give enough time to restart a new heading of a timestamp. So that doesn't seem like it's December 8th, is it? That seems like it's on December 7th, the day that it happened. So let's just say these text messages were on the day that it happened, December 7th. You texted them that he raped you at 12:51. But then after that, you asked him, what are you doing? And then started blowing his phone up saying question mark. Then on December 8th, you requested $2,000 for him at 12:19 p.m. New York time, which is 9 a.m. L.A. time. But when you went live on December 10th and you showed the call log, and the call logs from Tylil, it said yesterday, which was December 9th, which means you were having conversations with him on December 9th. So either...
Bruh, this girl is a certified beast, bruh. Yo, she might as well find a whole new lane. She might as well go to City Hall, get a new identity, a whole new name. Jourdin Pauline is done. That's done up. This girl single-handedly, now mind you, it's other people killing her on blogs and all types of stuff across the internet. But this chick, she went hard. I'm talking about on mad shit. I'm not even gonna play all the shit. If you want to check it out on her TikTok, bro. Her joint is Sierra Sprague Undercover on TikTok, bro. She go ham.
You told your friends that Tylil raped you, and then texted him, what are you doing, after, and blew up his phone and he didn't answer. Or you didn't tell your friends that he raped you until the next day after he wouldn't send you the money. Either way, it's not making sense if you actually got essayed, babe. Jourdin Pauline, it keeps getting worse for you, girl. It's currently 2:57 a.m. and I've spent the whole entire day making diagrams. I have started making a detective board with screenshots, both from Dez's side, Jourdin's side, with all this information. None of her timelines are adding up. She said she left the party at 5 a.m. She said she got back to the party at 6:11 a.m.
I said, Tylil had my phone, I'm on the way back. That was at 6:11 a.m. I went back to the fucking location of the party at 6:11 a.m. That's no fucking 9 a.m., nigga.
This screenshot also confirms that she texted Dez. This is Dez's screenshot, which says 9:10 because they're on a 3-hour time difference. He's in Atlanta. She said in her stream that it was about 30 minutes from the time she left the party, went home, and came back to the party. But you left the party at 5 a.m., and you live in Tarzana. The location of the party is still unknown. Tylil, if you want to let me know where it's at, I'll do way more research. Another thing that's not adding up to me is you text Dez at 6:10 a.m. saying, I'm on my way to get my phone from Tylil. And you say you and Tylil looked for 30 minutes, and then you got to his hotel, and it was 6:30. How are you on the way to the party at 6:10 a.m.? You looked for the phone for 30 minutes, but you were at Tylil's hotel already by 6:30. When Tylil's hotel wasn't where the party was at. Are you a time traveler? You arrived at 6:11, but you left at 5. And you said it's been 30 minutes since you left. Okay, hear me out. And then, Jourdin, you say you get back to the party, and Tylil helps you look for your phone for 30 minutes. 6:11 is when you arrive, plus 30 minutes is 6:41. After looking for the phone for 30 minutes, Tylil said, my assistant has the phone at the hotel in my jacket. Then she says once she arrived to the hotel, Tylil pulled her phone out of his pocket, and that he had it the whole entire time. She says they arrived to the hotel at 6:30. How did you guys arrive to the hotel?
The phone was collateral, so she could come back to the hotel, have a reason to come back to the hotel.
At 6:30, if you arrived at the after party to reclaim your phone from Tylil, that in fact wasn't actually a party, it was a kickback, and once you arrived, there was only 4 people left. Tylil, his hairstylist, and 4 other people, based on what you said, Jourdin, arrived at 6:11. You looked for your phone for 30 minutes, 6:41. We don't know the location of the party. I don't know the time on how far the party is from Tylil's hotel. But if you looked for the phone for 30 minutes, how did somebody call an Uber, wait for a black truck to come, y'all get into the black truck, drive to the location, to the hotel, which is a hotel in West Hollywood, Jourdin, Los Angeles. You arrived to the hotel, got out the Uber, and it's 6:30. So you time traveled back 11 minutes, and somehow in those negative 11 minutes, you got an Uber and drove to the hotel? Now let's think logically. Yesterday in her live, after Tylil came out with her receipts, she still confirmed she got to the hotel at 6:30, knowing that Tylil confirmed she left at 8:07, confirming she was there for over an hour and a half.
Clapping them
If you
cheeks.
got to the hotel at 6:30, he pulled out his phone as soon as you got there. That's what you said. And you said, I have to go to the bathroom. Let's go upstairs so I can use the bathroom. Now, for somebody who said Tylil was all up on her, in her face, the whole entire party, in the bathroom with her, at the party saying, want to make out with me? Can we make out? Can we make out? Can we make out? Who you said was making you uncomfortable because he has a girlfriend that you were hanging out with at the party for hours. Kickback. It was a kickback. But you still continued to hang out with him throughout the whole party, no matter if you were uncomfortable with him saying that or not. Because of clout reasons. You wanted to collab. You wanted to get close to Kaisenat. You wanted to get in Streamer University. And why was y'all in the bathroom together in the first place? But why would you ask to go upstairs to his hotel room to go pee when there is a bathroom in the hotel lobby? I called the hotel and they confirmed that there is a bathroom in the lobby. Let's just say you're too bougie and you said you're not a trailer park asshole. You didn't want to use the lobby bathroom. Okay, you went upstairs to use the bathroom. You said out your mouth in your live.
And as I'm sitting in his hotel room, he's trying to be fresh with me. I go pee, I come out the bathroom, the nigga's on demon time. I don't give a fuck, I'm fucking you.
As I'm sitting in his hotel room, he's trying to be fresh with me. Then I go pee and I come out and he's on demon time. Why was you sitting in his hotel? I thought you just had to use the bathroom and leave. And you said you got there at 6:30, right? But you didn't leave the hotel till 8:07. What were you doing there for an hour and a half? You said he put it in for like 2 minutes. So he only put it in for 2 minutes, but you was there for an hour and a half. Not to mention that you forgot to leave out these details in your first original stream, but you exposed yourself last night on live saying he ate your ass and he was sucking on your toes.
I don't give a fuck, I'm fucking you. I don't care, I'm fucking you. I don't care. You fucking foot fetish lover, little dick ass nigga sucking on my toes and shit. You a fucking weirdo, nigga. I should have kicked you fucking dead off in the middle of your fucking forehead, nigga, and broke your fucking nose, Tylil. You got me fucked up.
Why didn't you?
Fucking toe licker.
If you were getting assaulted.
Ass eater ass nigga.
Ass eater?
Let's talk about it. Little dick.
Never heard anybody talk about their abuser about their dick.
Trust me, daddy.
Trust me, daddy?
Trust me. You're the only one that want that shit.
I heard coming out the bathroom and him saying, I don't care, I'm gonna F you, I don't care. Me personally, I think that was her saying, you have a girlfriend. And he was saying, I don't care, I'm gonna F you. That's what makes sense in my mind. That doesn't mean I'm forcing you to have sex. I don't know, I wasn't there. That's just what is in my brain. You told your friends he locked you in his room. Define locked in. Hotels automatically lock. You gotta have a key card to get in. There's no physical way to lock somebody in a hotel room. I know he didn't move the dresser in front of the door. I was dead ass pushing the N-word off me like it was so many hoes there. I don't move like that. I'm not no effing groupie, bro. What do you mean by that? There were so many hoes there. I'm not a groupie. Did you tell your friends that you was actually at the hotel room? You wasn't at the party? There was no hoes there. It was just y'all two. When your friend asked you, like, did your clothes come off? You didn't answer that. Why didn't you answer?
Hey, yo, shout out to her, bro. Honestly, bro, Tylil, you owe her a check. Tylil owe her a check. Because she went in on that situation. And I'm going to put her joint in the description. We'll give her a follow. Check her content out. Her shit fire. But yo, she broke down this shit. This joint. So this video right here is actually from somebody else's page. What's it called? I think it's called Baddies Twitch or something like that. I'll put it in the description. But she basically put a whole compilation of all of her videos that she made on this chick, Jourdin Pauline. Like, she put them all together, like, back to back. But I'm talking about, bro, she found this chick's, where she lived at, and how she did it was just crazy, bro. Like, I'm talking about, she used pictures. Like, she's a detective, bro. Like, she like she's good at this, bro. Like you could tell she's a expert social media influencer for real. Like bro, point blank pen, bro. People, and this is why they need to make a law, right? Because it's the only way that this stuff stops and real victims get their abusers held accountable. Is if women that do shit like this go to jail. Like, she deserves to go to jail. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she got to go to jail for 5 years or 2 years or nothing. I'm just saying at least 6 months or something. She needs to go to jail. People need to go to jail for this because there's people who aren't fortunate enough to have the influence that and the money that Talil has, right? And the team and all of these different things that he has at his disposal. People go to jail for this. People go to jail all the time for this. You know what I'm saying? And it just takes away from real victims out there. And it's obvious, bro. It was obvious. From the first videos that I shoot yesterday, it was obvious that this chick was just lying, bro. Body language, like when she starts crying, she kind of goes out of the camera view. You know what I mean? Because she realized she got to put on you know what I mean? You got to put on an act. Like, you know what I mean? She wants to make it look believable. So it's so much, bro. But this girl, she breaks her down to the T, all her lies. I'm talking about even stuff outside of this Talil situation, like, her exposing how she was talking about, how she pays $13,000 for rent. She broke down her rent. She broke down where she live at. She broke down her stream income. She broke this chick down to the T and just proved that, bro, yo, you're not hard to. And this is just she's a TikToker, bro. She's a chick that be on social medias, and she's an influencer. And for her to be able to do this, she's good. She's experienced in this field. And Jourdin Pauline might as well go change her name, you know, and just start over somewhere, bro. Because nobody's gonna put you on the stream no more. That's over with. You ruined that. I mean, you might get a female streamer who might believe you, maybe. But after videos like that, and it's so detailed, that's the thing. You can't, speculation, cause whatever. If there ain't no real receipts, like Talil dropped receipts, he showed you proof, and I'm pretty sure it was more that he didn't expose. Uh, but she actually used all of her Jourdin Pauline's videos against her. All the things that she was saying. So number one, she's not even bright. She's not even smart because she made this crazy accusation against this dude Talil, and then you keep hopping on live because you don't like the feedback that you're getting. She was expecting the sympathy train, the Me Too train, to hop onto that, and she thought that people were going to come to her aid. Oh, poor Pauline. Tell us what happened. Talil needs to go to jail. And maybe for a split second, people were doing that. But when she kept talking, then when Talil came out after talking to his attorneys and whatnot and exposed his side of it, then it's like, oh, what's going on? Then she starts, getting, all of these hate comments or whatever comments in her joint, and now she turns that off because it ain't going her way. And that's why she made the comment about, oh, people going to switch, they're going to pick sides. And it's not about picking sides. It's a serious, allegation that you're making. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, this is all, too familiar to a lot of people, especially people who are famous, bro. Happens all the time. And not everybody has the, look at Mike Tyson and Robin Gibbons. That was during the time where you didn't have all this social media and all of these digital footprints and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it was easy for her to, get Mike Tyson locked up, win some money and all of that stuff. Bro, listen, bro. Women have to be held accountable for these things. It's the only way that you weed out the fakes and real victims then will start feeling comfortable telling their truths and actually going to the police and saying these things because they know if they're lying, they're going to jail. Yo, the stuff that women are allowed to get away with is crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. And man, yo, shout out to Sierra Sprague, bro. That was epic. And go check that out. Actually, I'm going to post that video because it's a whole compilation. I'm going to post that in the description. You can go check it out, man. But yo, that's the show for today, man. If you fuck with it, make sure you hit that like button, share button, comment down below whether you like or dislike, whatever. Also, hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. You heard me? Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. This your boy SL550. Until the next time. Until next time, my bad. I'm out. Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.